I tore a putty tat a creeping up on me. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. It's creeping up on you. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now, in this video, I'd just like to talk about a great little movie I watched last night on DVD, and that movie is called The Shadow of the Cat. Now, as I say, this is a great little movie. It was stars the late great Barbara Shelley as the main protagonist, and it was made in 1961. And it was directed by John Gelling. Now, this movie is often referred to as the Forgotten Hammer movie, because it was put out. It didn't really have the Hammer logo on it, and that. It's something to do with all the sorts of like production rights and things like that. But yes, I say it's a great little story in that. So if you haven't seen the movie, you haven't got this DVD, I'll just read you the back of it, the blurb, just to give you an idea what it's about. So we're introduced to the wealthy Ella Venable, played by Catherine Lacey, who also starred in the Sorcerer's movie with Boris Karloff. Ella Venable is the victim of a vicious plot conceived by her husband Walter, played by Andre Morel. Her housekeeper Clara, played by Frida Jackson, who was in The Bride of Dracula, and his servant Andrew, played by Andrew Crawford. Andrew beats Ella to death one night when she's in a mansion and that, and the three conspirators bury her body, in the nearby woods. But they then plan to share Ella's considerable fortune, but they haven't counted on Ella's pet cat Tabitha, who witnessed both the murder and the burial, and is now hell-bent on revenge. So one by one, the cat exacts a terrible revenge on those who conspired to kill her. So there you go, guys. That's the story in a nutshell of The Shadow of the Cat. Thoroughly enjoyed this movie and that, Now, I'm not normally a great fan of period piece movies, but in this regard, and with it being a Hammer movie and that, who are my #1 studio in terms of producing, period piece movies, I have to say that this was a pleasing exception. So I thoroughly enjoyed it and that, It's got a great plot. It has you on the edge of your seat and that, and the cat and that, you don't know what it's going to do next and that. As one by one, it sort of like tracks down those responsible, for the mistress's death and that, and oh boy, does it get it revenge? Does it get its revenge, guys? But I don't want to go on too much about it in case you haven't seen the movie. But suffice to say, if you like a good British thriller, involving like a creepy cat and that, good atmosphere and that, I think you will enjoy The Shadow of the Cat. But that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's the greatest cat movie I've made. I'm not saying get out and buy it and that, just giving my opinion on what I thought of this Shadow of the Cat. Now, I'm a great fan of Barbara Shelley, and in the light of her recent passing, I hope to do a little video tribute to her soon, so stay tuned for that. But getting back to this DVD, guys, there's a couple of special features on it there if you want to freeze your cameras and take those in. Always nice to see Jonathan Rigby giving his thoughts and opinions on these movies and that. He's a guy who certainly knows his stuff. I've got a couple of his books and that, fantastic books and that. But getting back to the movie as a whole, I say I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and the picture quality on this DVD it's just pristine. You think it was a Blu-ray, but Barbara Shelley, she gives an excellent performance as the main, the main female protagonist and that, and when she comes to the manor and that, and she sort of like, she starts seeing all the staff and that acting terrified about the cat and that, she starts wondering, well, what's going on here? Why are you all so scared? It's only just a harmless little house cat and that, little domestic pet. But oh yeah, they really they really exhibit the fear, guys, about the cat and that, you know, yeah. And it creeps around the house and that, and oh yeah, as I say, but I don't want to go on too much about, you know, what it does and that, you know. You'll have to see the movie for yourself if you want to find out. But as I say, if you like a good old British thriller from the 1960s, get yourself a copy of Shadow of the Cat, yeah. But then again, as I say, that is just my opinion. Yeah, I'm not saying, like, you know, it's the greatest cat movie ever made and that, you know, yeah. But I enjoyed it anyway, you know, I really did, yeah. It's a good little thriller. And of course, Andre Morel, he's always on the money in his performances and that, you know. He's great in this one as well and that, you know, yeah. And and the old lady's relatives that are right sort of like high in a slot, you know. They're plotting, they're scheming, especially when more of them come to the manor, you know. William Lucas's character in particular, oh, he's a real son of a bitch in that, you know. He stops at nothing to sort of like get his hands on the will and that, you know, yeah. But the real will is actually hidden away. I don't want to give away too much of the story, but the real will, what the old lady made, is actually hidden away. And so they're looking for the real will in that, you know, yeah. But as I say, like, I don't want to go on too much about it in case you haven't seen it yet. But suffice to say, if you like a good creepy cat movie, this is a good one, guys. I can highly recommend it, Shadow of the Cat, yeah. So there you go. So okay, guys. I mean, have you seen this movie? Leave a comment down below, yeah. And if you like Barbara Shelley and that, you know, what was your favourite Barbara Shelley movies? Yeah, very, very sad to hear of a recent passing and that, you know. I especially liked it in Dracula, Prince of Darkness, yeah. But I'll save the rest of me tribute to Barbara Shelley for, you know, the video I'm going to make in that, yeah. But getting back to this, guys, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie and that, you know. And I tell you what, it starts with a real bang as well, you know. Like I say, it opens up on the old country manor house and that, and you see the old lady and that, you know, and the murderer creeping up on and that, you know, sort of like killing her and that, you know, yeah. And then of course the cat witnessing the whole thing, it becomes almost human. It becomes a very vengeful cat and that, you know, yeah. And it's crafty as well and that, you know, it stalks around the house and that, you know. And they really terrified of it, these people who connected with the old lady's death and that, you know. They're sort of like they're shaking in their boots and that, you know. Yeah, they're really terrified of it. And as I say, when Barbara Shelley's character comes to the manor, she starts getting suspicious. The more she sees how intense the fear is growing of the cat, the more suspicious, and she starts wondering, well, something's not quite right here. Yeah. But anyway, that's enough for the story now. And as I say, yeah, I can highly recommend The Shadow of the Cat from 1961. Yeah. Okay, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And all going well. I'll talk to you again soon. Stay safe.